let you know how life-transforming prayer started. I grew up in a small town with 2 parents and a younger sister. Most of my memories aren't pleasant. In fact, not very many of them are pleasant. I just thought that was the way my parents raised kids. I thought that's the way all Italians raise their kids. But for a girl who couldn't do anything quite well enough, it was problematic. I got in trouble a lot, and just about any reason would do. When I was about 4 or 5, I remember being outside with my sister playing, and we got in a little squabble. I said to my mom, "I hate this house." And she said, "If you don't like it, you can leave." And so I called her bluff, and I said, "Okay." She said, "I'll pack your bags." She packed my bags, and up the street I went. About a minute later, she came after me and said, "Where do you think you're going?" I said, "I'm crossing the street and going to Grandma's house." My Gram, she was the best. She loved me unconditionally, and I didn't have that in my own home. When I was about 8, we moved to a suburban housing plan. And there were a lot of kids there, but I never felt like them. I always felt a little bit different, and I suppose I really was, because in other homes, they weren't getting screamed at, yelled at, and beat. I got beat for just about any reason. I got it in the face, I got it with a belt, just about any reason would do. And I didn't realize that that's not what happened in everybody else's family. I got beat for talking back. I got beat on holidays. I got beat for fighting with my sister. My sister was the cuddly one. Our relationship when we were younger could be compared to Cain and Abel, the archetypes of sibling rivalry from the Bible. We are much better now, I'm happy to say that, but it was a long time in coming. I got it for not cleaning up. I got it when my dad was not in the best of moods. When I was about 14, I think it was, my dad came home one day, and he just announced that he was leaving. I kind of knew it. I kind of had this prophetic hunch that he was leaving us for my mom's best friend. And then when he came out with it, he was leaving us for my mom's best friend. We were the first family in my neighborhood that was getting divorced. So all the kids faked being concerned. And really, it was just scandalous. And they didn't understand. We didn't understand. And the truth is that I was just getting angrier and angrier and angrier. I didn't like those kids asking questions, and I didn't like the fact that my family was being destroyed. As I was writing this, I started to write down, my dad kept the house and we moved. And then it hit me, wait, well, I'm 57 years old, and it's just now hitting me. My dad kept the house and made us move. That's not right. We moved to a neighboring town. It had a big socioeconomic divide. You were either a have or a have not. And in the 70s, when you were a divorced woman, it was hard to get a job. So we were a have not, and my mom was working hard to keep us together. When I moved there, it made me feel even more like I didn't belong anywhere and that I didn't fit in anywhere. It doesn't make you feel very good when your whole life you don't know what's going on, and you're getting beat, and all those beatings are telling you that you're not worth anything. Those kinds of traumas, the physical abuse, I didn't know it was physical abuse back then. We just thought it was the way you raised your family. I didn't know that it wasn't happening in other homes. And I didn't know that all the other kids all knew how to bond and have fun together, and I didn't. It just was a very different experience for me. So I learned how to armor up when I moved, and I'm going to show you some paintings now. A friend of mine named Renee Johns is a wonderful artist.